you guys remember the last time we were on this part of the bridge? Because I wouldn't blame you if you don't. It was the end of August. Yes, pretty much 3.5 months ago. And that was in the World Tour video where I showed you this, the project book. So in this book I have all the current and ongoing projects listed, and well, let me tell you, I haven't been keeping up. So that's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna check out every single project in the book. We're gonna go over every new project which I've started and which has to go in the book. And then I'm even showing you something else which I have been building. Of course, there can't be an episode without any building, you know? But for now, let's go. Let's start with this beauty. The bridge I am currently walking on. And to my pain, I have to tell you, it also hasn't changed since the first episode, I think. Because these arches were already there. And the middle part was still, well, pretty unfinished. So sadly the BFB has to remain in the 75% finished status for now. Then we get to the new area, which, yeah, what, I don't even know what this is, but it's something. And the nice thing about this is that the docks are ever expanding. So that means that my status for the docks is potentially going down, because I'm expanding the docks. It gets bigger, so it gets further from finishing, but I'm also building onto the docks, so it gets closer to finishing. Let's just say it's 75% finished. Okay? That seems alright. Then there's this. This is the honeycomb, which my second ever video was all about. And hello. And since then, this has been finished. So if you go inside, well, if you've seen the video, you've already seen this. It's not very special or anything. It's just, well, nicely decorated, nicely fortified with a pull-up stairs, and well, it generates honey for me. Loads of honey. Okay, I think all the honey bottles are gone out of the system. As of the project book, the honeycomb is definitely finished. Nice. Then there's this, the villager market stands. These I have, well, put in place. So we have a lot of villagers giving me loads and loads of emeralds from a nice collection of stuff over here. It's a lot. And the rest hasn't been inhabited by villagers yet. Are these even in the project book? So the market stalls have been added, and the status I've put to 50% right now, because this part is done, it has been inhabited a bit, but I also want to put some market stalls over here. And as you see, there are no market stalls right now. That means, well, there are gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 market stalls. These green patches are gonna go, I don't like them. Well, market stalls are pretty much halfway done. Okay, nice. Next to the market stalls is this. This building has no purpose. No, literally. The only purpose for this is so I can have a semi-nice looking entrance to the sewer system. And I don't even like the upper portion of this building. So I'm sad to inform you, but this building, which you didn't even see the construction of, is gonna go. That's better. Well, maybe not better, but it has room for improvement. Yeah. This is my home. I know, it's kind of small and tiny, and for the amount of building I've done in this world, you would have guessed I would have had a big home, but no. I live in this small, tiny, cozy home, and for now it's good enough. I have plenty of storage. Down here is not the big storage, it's in the attic, and I have some place for memorabilia, like this voucher Sven gave me, or the last surviving golden ingot of a double chest I threw into Lars's bartering system. Or these two golden jeans and golden stabby collector items which Lars gave me with a purchase. On the main floor there is my bed, nice fireplace, some storage, and it's pretty much useless except for the bed, it just looks nice. And then up here, this is where the fun is happening. Here I have loads and loads of chests, predominantly filled with dirt. And some valuables. So yeah, this is where pretty much all my storage is, next to my inner chest of course. And just as the book says, the home at the docks is finished. Gotta sleep. Next to my beautiful home, there's probably still my favorite build in this whole place, which is the library. I'm a sucker for books. I love libraries. You know, the beautiful pictures of like these gigantic libraries. Oh, I wish I had the time to build one of these gigantic things in Minecraft. Maybe in the future, maybe. But for now, I'm fine with having this. And in here, I have a load of villagers, predominantly, well, exclusively, librarians, which are here to serve me to my will, and which I buy stuff from. So the design in here is just lovely, books everywhere, a nice, how do you call it? Chapel? I don't know, whatever. A nice skylight. Yeah, skylight is the word. A nice skylight. Surrounded by books, some nice arches, and I need to fill it up with some villagers, but building wise this is very much finished, as the book states, which is nice. Next to the library there are, look, at points they seem like 2 houses, but it's actually 1 house. So here are the houses of pain, I guess. And this is the place where my zombie villager facility is housed. Oh yes, the nice villager in full the nice zombie in full netherite armor, because he killed me once and now he has my armor on. So that's nice. In here I promised myself to build an interior, and it's gonna happen, but not now, okay? So House of Pain, status of 95% is correct. It needs an interior and then it's finished. Next to the House of Pain there's this beauty, the House of Love. In here there's the villager breeder, and I just love the design. The pink wool is maybe a bit much. Maybe I'm going to change it out sometimes or something, but for now I'm not bothered by it, so it can stay. And just the same as the House of Pain, the House of Love needs an interior. It's, well, empty, and there is a villager breeder inside. I don't know if it still works, but it's, well, pretty full, so I'm not complaining. House of Love, status 95% is correct. Moving on from the House of Love, we have the lighthouse. And I love it, but I also hate it. And let me explain. So the thing I love is up to the fence part. The interior of this is just amazing. It's cozy, tiny, small, everything you would expect from a little lighthouse. And then you have this little walkway up, and this I love. So that's nice, that can stay. But this is just garbage. Like, look, I had this idea for the lower part, and then I kind of ran out of imagination and built this, and I really don't like it. It's just bothering me. Don't get me wrong. It's not a bad build, but compare it to these builds, which have so much more detail and color and anvils on the roof and stuff like that, that it doesn't fit in. It could be that this was here all along and these have been built later. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rip out everything from the spruce logs and up, and gonna rebuild the thing. Also better, or well, fresh, no, demolished. Room for improvement. Yes. Moving on from the lighthouse, we have this beauty, which is the first and to this point only boat. Yes, I've built a complete harbor and there's only one boat inside it, but I just love it. It's amazing. But to this time it's the only boat or ship, however you want to call it, in the harbor. And that has to change, I know. But for now it just looks nice. It makes the harbor a bit more lively, you know? You walk down and this is pretty finished. It has like the hatch, it has some barrels and stuff on deck. The captain's hut is just nice with its own throne. And the beneath deck area is nice and filled up with goods, gold, and some bunk beds for the crewmates and the imposters. And pretty much the only thing that's missing is a nice steering deck. And I had one, it was ugly, so I removed it. Wait, we have to give this a name. If you are watching this and if you're thinking, you know, I know a good name for this ship, write it down in the comments so we can officially give this beauty her own name. Okay, moving on. Then there is this, which for now is just my sugarcane, well, farm? It's a pretty manual farm, but well, it's a farm nonetheless. And someday there will be a building over this with an automatic sugarcane farm, but for now this serves me well. It produces enough, I don't need that much sugarcane, so this won't change a lot. Oh nice, you can watch straight through it. Oh, looks cool. But for now it's good enough. So reads and deeds, status 5% started. Done. Next to this there's, how do you call it again? Oh, the smith. It's the smithing house, and inside here it's kind of unfinished. There are, well, masons inside, so maybe, you know, maybe I didn't really think this out, but it isn't really a smith this, it's more a mason's house. So okay, but as you see, this thing needs an interior and it needs something which is very important, a smokestack, a chimney. Without a chimney, a build isn't alive, and it needs one. Hey, cat! Hello! Hello! But yeah, 90% finished, seems alright. Gotta sleep! Bam! And as far as the docks go, that's pretty much it. We have this, my little portal area, guarded by these gigantic statues. They're just beautiful. It's a design I found online. I don't remember who's the first one to build it. It's probably impossible to find out who's the first one to build them, but I adapted them for my purposes and they are fitting nicely. Hello! For the most part, that's about it for the docks. Of course, we have the rest of the island to go. Let's just take a walk and go over here, which is pretty much, I think, the first ever build we built on this island. Not server, but island. This is supposed to be some kind of ruined castle, and if you drop down, you're in a zombie spawner killer room, which is kind of nice. It doesn't really serve a purpose anymore. There's our enchantment table, but since we have fully enchanted stuff and librarians, we don't use it anymore. But it's here for nostalgic purposes. And it's not in the project book. What's this? Nice. Exclamation marks. Done. Then there's this building, which actually isn't one of my projects. This is Stone's first house. Stone will come to later in this episode. Not for this, but for something we have been building together. Oh yeah. But next to that, there's this massive patch of wheat. And inside of this patch of wheat, there's this little hello, 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 a little wheat farm. Completely automatic, and okay. And it just looks nice. It creates enough wheat to make hay bales. Under these planks there is some redstone hidden, and the wheat gets delivered to here, which produces a nice little amount of hay. Yeah, nice. And then walking out of the barn, we wait a second. Project book, wheat farm finished. Nice. Exclamation mark. Done. Moving on. There is this, which is the meadow of sheep. And since I have constructed this, it hasn't changed. It hasn't been finished more. Well, I'm lying. It has changed. These trapdoors at first were not like this, but like this. And sometimes I flew into it and died. So I've lowered them down, and now it's completely safe to land on, which is nice. But this has been filling up nicely, and well, just it's nice. That's about it. And in here there's really nothing special. The only thing which we could talk about is this back entrance, where hidden in the corner hey, go on your way. There is the machine. And is it still... okay. It has finally stopped producing, so I think I can shut it off. And, well, have this lay to rest until I need more wool. Meadow of sheep. Status 90%. I think we can put it to finished. And I have some place for memorabilia, like this voucher Sven gave me. Here it is, the building our good friend Sven, the builder, has constructed for us. It's well, I don't even really know how to describe it. Maybe a radioactive Mayan temple. It's not really a Mayan temple, but it looks cool. And there's green juice coming out of it, which is nice. And well, it's just a nice little piece of history, even though it's pretty new. But it doesn't matter. Someday this will be engulfed in a forest, which will come kind of up to here and go around here, and just, well, make the place a bit more mysterious. Because this right next to this, right next to that, doesn't really work. So it needs a bit of a differentiation between the three of them. Okay? That is Mr. Rubardo's castle. which has been in agony and disrepair for I don't even know how long. I think even before the first ever episode, so that's like 5, maybe 6 months. And the only thing I've changed is the path leading up to it. And there were some chests and stuff out here which I have put inside. For if he... Okay, I forgot this part. I had some carpets laying around and... well, I've put them down. But here's his stuff. If you ever come back, Mr. Ruben, your stuff is in safe hands. Of Mr. Llama and the 2 boat cows. Moo. Gotta sleep again. And next to this, there's probably one of the most mysterious things to have popped up in this area. This gigantic fishing hut isn't built by me. It's also not built by Lars. For as far as I know, it's not built by Sven. It's not built by Stone. Mr. Rubardo hasn't been on the server. Mr. Nielsen Mandela hasn't been on the server. So who the heck built this? It just popped out of nowhere someday and now it's there. And I think I'm gonna keep it. What I'm gonna do is I'm definitely lowering it down because it's way too high. And I think I'm gonna build a nice little fishing, maybe even floating village around of this. And then there's this. This is the AFK spot for something you haven't even seen ever, I think. This is our, or well, our slime farm. And, well, in here slime appears. Slime farm is also finished. Nice. Then there's this area, which has fastly grown to be one of my favorite areas on the server. Because I love mountains. I just love them. And I've built this thing with my own 2 hands. I mean, what? It's amazing. And it's pretty finished. It needs some more decoration, some more variation in the blocks, some tidying up in some places. And in here there's gonna be a cave, but this cave has to wait since I'm already working on a very similar project down there where the beam is coming from, which we'll see later. But in here, well, nothing is started. So when I lived in Switzerland, there was a mountain not far from us, which was our favorite mountain to go on a walk or a hike. It was amazing, and that was called the Etzel. So I'm gonna name this mountain the Etzel 2. And then there's the Mushroom Island, which is very big, and I don't know if I should encompass it into one project or more than one, but let's just make it one project, okay? Just one project. %, probably. The biggest part has been built, but it still needs roads, it still needs a lot of decoration, and it also needs a lot of terraforming. I pretty much want to continue the orange beach design all the way Okay, this is definitely not 80%. Here. 65%. It definitely isn't 80% done. So, okay, that's it. Then there's this. Stone's old monument. Which is nice. But it's kind of unfinished. And what do I mean by this? What I mean by this is that down here, this leads to nowhere. No, literally, this is all there is. And if you really want to explore the mine Stone has built, you need to go down. I'm gonna need to build a room with some kind of entrance way, which is nice to go down here. And then there is this. This is a little house Lars built me, also as payment for some iron blocks coming from the gigantic farm you see over there. And well, I have a fantastic clip of this. Let's roll it. So that's amazing what he built. And the fun thing is that since then, oh wait, The fun thing is, since then, this is just amazing redstone by the way, but since then Lars has updated the pedal of the week. It's not really been 2 weeks, but hey, I appreciate the effort. Just get spit out. Oh, this is so smart. This is truly insane. Okay, let's hang this back. And then there's this. The iron farm. Which I actually have made some progress on. But not on the farm itself. On the surrounding matter. Which I'll show you later. But we're getting to it, okay? We're getting to it. But as far as the spawning element itself, I find it to be hanging too low down. So I'm gonna move it up, maybe 100 blocks. Around it there will be something beautiful. And I'm thinking of an diesel punk. Yes, diesel punk. You've all heard of cyberpunk and steampunk, but I really like diesel punk. I'll show you a picture here. And around it there will be a diesel punk airship zeppelin kind of thing, which I'm going to design myself. I'm just so excited for this project, but I really don't want to be bothered moving this up, especially for the villagers and the zombies, which is just a pain in the slip. Hello! Okay, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, it's a pain in the ass. You thought I was gonna censor it, right? Next to this, there's this. This little beauty is also pretty old. This is the house of melons. Inside of here there is an Ilmango designed melon farm, which is just amazingly productive. It's so productive that these 4 chests aren't enough, so I had to fit it with the destruction cube. I've cleared it out yesterday and this has come back, so it's kind of amazing. But the house of melons is finished! Exclamation mark. And then there is this, my beautiful little pirate cove, which I'm very proud of. But this is just, I came up with the idea and it works so incredibly well. Just the ambience in this place is great. The only thing I need to add is maybe a palm tree and definitely a sunken pirate ship. Maybe in here, or maybe at the entrance. In here, for the keen-eyed viewers, there's this. But this is the most recent part of the sewer system I've built. And well, it's kind of useless because you're never gonna use this for legitimate travel. It's way slower than flying, and it's also a little bit too tight to fly through. Maybe if you're really skilled you can fly through this without dying. I don't think you can get through this without losing any health, but I just like it, you know? So here's the docks area again, and this way we go to, oh, you haven't seen this place, right? No. This way we're gonna go to this part, which is some park kind of area. I'll call it the dock park. It needs to be a little bit more detail. There need to be houses over here, but I don't know what use they will have yet, so I won't add them in the project book. And in the middle of this, because this is actually an ocean biome, and the rest of this is an, look, you see it, an ocean biome. Monsters can spawn, which also means that other mobs can spawn. And that's why I'm gonna build a mob farm in here in the ground. And I'm thinking of a creeper farm because most other farms have already been accounted for in one or the other way. Wait a second. Creeper farm, status not started. That's correct. Okay, don't need to add another one. Back into the sewers. If we go straight at this junction, we join back with the ship. And if we go left, the way we came from, we get to this area. This is the area under the docks, and we come out in the alleyway between the library and House of Pain. And under here there will be something, maybe. But moving on from pretty much all of the builds on the island, I don't think I've forgotten one, except of course for the thing over there, which I'm going to show you. We go into the Nether, because here are also some nice projects. First thing first, there's the end portal. One short flight later, we join up to the end portal, end gateway portal, whatever. We join up to the end portal, we jump into the end, and then we fly away with our beautiful chunk error. I don't know how this happened, but it happened, so it's kind of funny. And there's this, which is our Enderman farm, which is actually the second XP farm I've built on this place. And as you see, it's ridiculously effective. So effective that in a 6 block area, 3x2 area, Endermen are just dying of cramming. And we have a chest full of pearls, an automatic dispension system, and well, that's about all you need in an Enderman XP farm. But I haven't used this a very lot, and that's because of the next thing. Bloop. Oh yeah, this is also nice. I spawned, well, how I think this happened is, this is world spawn by the way, but how I think this has happened is that I've spawned a wither under the end platform with the little method of trapping him, and I think one or two of the explosive heads might have gotten through the portal, landed here and just demolished this little island. And it's very ugly, but I kind of like it, so I'm keeping it. But moving on from that, we once again go into the nether. I should have done this in the opposite order, right? Yeah, I should have, but doesn't matter. So, once again, through the nether, there's... wait a second, there's this. That is my beautiful and incredibly satisfying gold farm. The gold which the piglins nicely deliver me. This is just insane. Will get delivered in these chests. The rest gets dispensed onto cactuses. And well, the redstone done in gold blocks. The rest of the platform in glass. Just the ambience of this, I like it. So you stand in here and you just watch the pigmen fall to their death, which I like. That's about all there is to show for this thing. But of course, as we're flying, where are they? Enderman XP farm and the gold farm are both finished. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Okay, where am I? Oh, no, please, portals, where are you? No, I'm lost. Wait, you were in the neighborhood of this thing, right? I found it! I found it! I found it! Where does it go? Where does it go? That way! Yes! Home! Night again? How fast is this? Hello! Go to sleep. Boom. Normally there's a lot of building in these episodes. And today there isn't. Why is that? And well, that's because of this beauty. Well, beauty, this is the entrance to a project Stone and I have been working on together. And in here, well, the entrance the backside I don't like, but this I really like because it kind of looks like you walk into the mouth of some venomous snake with like the venom dripping out of the teeth. Can you English? With the venom dropping out of the teeth. And if you walk down, this lava theme just continues and continues and continues on until you get to this junction. Here you have the choosing of the right path, which is unfinished. Nothing has been built right here, but this is the area Stone is probably gonna build in. And here we will have a smithing place, a storage place, and probably something else, just nice things. Then we can also go to this place where I have been building. First, there's the left door. I said first, there's the left door. Why? Just kidding. It's empty behind. There's nothing here. But then there's the right door. Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Are you trusting me? Do you trust me? Boom! There's the vault. This is a little vault Stone has built. And at first there was like a small entrance here leading straight through to the part you're gonna see next. I didn't really like it, so I asked him, hey, can I remodel this part? And out of this idea, well, actually this all grew. So just to have a nicer entrance to that little vault, which is kind of useless because, well, who's gonna steal it? But doesn't matter. Through this this hallway, this junction, this completely revamped entrance, and well, it just looks a little bit more cohesive as it has done in the past. But then there's my piece de resistance, which I have had full creative reign in. So you step on the pressure plates, the door opens up very satisfyingly, and then perfect timing, this is where the iron golems go to. There are cells right here in which I'm gonna lock up some iron golems, and well, just one thing I want to say. This orange, or actually red sandstone combined with the black stone is such a nice combination. I actually wanted it to be the pathway for the whole dungeon, but stone didn't really like it, so I've incorporated it in my own place. I have lava pillars for lighting, and then to emulate some more lava, but because it was too light, I have put these in place. There's just this, and the whole ambience is amazing. Like, the killing of the iron golems is just brutal. And well, there's room for growth. Something will come in this place. I don't know what it will be, but it will be nice, I hope. Here there's gonna be an experimenting chamber, or chambers. So there's gonna be a big hallway with loads of little chambers to experiment on those poor guys. And then of course, okay, get ready, get ready, get ready. There's this. This is the storage place for all the iron and the bone meal to go to. And I've had this place in the wall which was pretty empty. So I've put in an iron golem head, and it's kind of creepy, especially if you start walking from left to right, because its eyes just follow you, and it's so intensely creepy. Okay, let's move on from this place and show you the thing which Stone and I... Wait. Look, I'm not great at redstone, so ever when I do something like this, I'm just in love, because it's magic to me, and I'm just so bad at redstone and I love it, so it's nice. Closing it up. Boom, boom. Oh, okay. But moving on from my place, we go to the place we built together. This gigantic room. Right now it's pretty squared, but that's just to make room for it. In the end, it's all gonna look a little bit like this. A nice arches with a nice cave, and just general plain beauty. Stone is gonna build a row, or actually 2 rows, of beautiful blackstone pillars, and then there will be offsprings of rooms and paths leading everywhere. Stone has started a little mine over there. That will lead to some kind of altar slash whatever dwarven kingdom, king's hall. I don't know. Well, it's pretty much what I'm just saying. It's gonna be beautiful. And probably to the right, there's gonna be a cave leading towards an elven underground cave system, which is just beautiful. Right, Bob? This is Bob, our Enderman friend. Right, Bob? You're our friend. Yes, you're nice. In here, there will be... Oh. So, there will be a bridge, which will look like it has been established out of nature itself, and then making use of the beautiful fog effect with orange glass. The lava theme from inside of there will be continued down here. So you will walk over this natural bridge and are just surrounded by this beautiful fog effect. And I'm so excited for it. That just looks insane. And in a similar way, here in Stone's mine, I've also made a little mock-up to get the feeling for this place, because this insert picture is what Stone kind of wants to build over here. And this is my interpretation of it, but Stone is free to do whatever he wants. And sadly, that's about, not completely, but about it for this tour. As we walk out of our dungeon slash cave and follow the very unfinished path out of the mushroom magical area, we travel up this hill, and you have a little sneak peek over there to the iron farm. And this is the only building which you will get for this episode. I hope you will enjoy it, and let's get into the time lapse. Let me just tell you, if you're ever deciding to build something like this with a huge amount of lava, think twice about it, and definitely think twice about how much area of lava you need, because this, I kid you not, took 16 shulker boxes of lava. 16 shulker boxes of lava for this little area. But in the end, it's well worth it. Just the transformation of this area is insane. And just the fact that iron golems... Okay, here they come. Really just get scared. Iron golems, come on. And... No! Lag! No! Okay, anyway, they drop down through the lava, and am I gonna do this? Okay, let's put on my armor for this. So we need to do this smartly. How smart could you do this? This is what happens. You get pushed through, right through the lava. The iron golems go into this long hallway and end up where you've seen them earlier. Ah! Golem's Pain has now definitely been upgraded to 60% completion. Because, well, this area was kind of completed, but I didn't like it, so I re-completed it. And this is going to be the Diesel Punk airship. So that's going to take a lot of work, but it's just amazing. Now, to re-establish what we have done. We've gone through all of these builds, have updated the whole book to make sure it's up to date, and even added new projects to be made. And I have so many more projects in my head which I want to finish, but let's just make sure to keep on working on the project book and make sure that we never run out of projects to finish. If you enjoyed this episode, I want to thank you very much for watching. I enjoyed it, making pretty much a World Tour 2.0. Not really, it's more like an update video, but I enjoyed it. I hope you did too, and if you enjoyed it, have a nice day, grab yourself a cookie, enjoy your life, because more is on the way. Goodbye.